Hello and welcome to another video review by the Set Reviewer. Today I'm taking a look at the Samsung HMX-H205 video camera. If we take a tour around the camera starting at the back, you'll find your battery compartment, the record button, and two indicator lights that will tell you whether you're in shooting mode or playback mode. At the right side you'll find a small speaker, the built-in lens cover switch, and a SD card slot. At the front is your 64mm OIS lens with 20x optical zoom, and on the left side is, as to be expected, the display as well as a power button, a display button, a stabilizing button, a light increasing button, and a smart auto button. You'll also find a small door which reveals an AV port, a mini HDMI port, as well as a USB port for data transferring. At the top is your microphone, your zoom rocker, a shutter button for taking still photos, and a mode button to switch between playback and shooting mode. And finally, at the bottom is your standard tripod mount. According to the labels on the back of the display, the camera is capable of up to full HD 1080, but in fact it's only 1080i, not 1080p, which was very disappointing because 720p provided better quality than 1080i. It has a BSI CMOS sensor and very good image stabilization technology. What makes this camera stand out a bit is the fact that it has a built-in 32GB solid-state memory, which is outstanding, and you can increase the capacity with an SD card. This camera features a resistive touchscreen which actually did perform better than I expected and is very responsive. However, I would have loved to see some kind of an external navigation system, and of course you can adjust the angles of the display just like with any other video camera. The menu system is very user-friendly and easy to operate, so you're not gonna be lost within the menu. The camera has a very cool macro mode, so you can shoot videos very close up to objects, and whether in macro mode or not, the autofocus is really good. You can zoom into long distances and it will focus really fast. Like a lot of video cameras, this camera is very small and compact. The external body is entirely plastic with a special glossy finish very similar to some of Sony's camcorders. It is very comfortable to hold it and it has a very good grip even if you have big hands like me. I'm loving the built-in lens cover that you can activate in a flip of a switch. Words cannot describe how much I hate having lens covers hanging down but when I'm trying to shoot videos, so it's great that Samsung designed this built-in lens cover. Now let's talk about what we all have been waiting for, the performance of the camera. Like I mentioned earlier, the HMX-H205 is only capable of maximum 1080i recording and not 1080p, which is unfortunate because in my opinion 720p looks a lot better than 1080i. There are a lot of things that got me extremely frustrated with this camera. The first one is the battery. Sometimes it just died. Even after charging it for hours, it only lasted for a minute and sometimes it lasted for hours. Second is the video itself. When you're shooting in low light, there's a lot of noise in the video which doesn't look very good. And finally, the third downside, which is the worst of them all. The camera sometimes starts giving away some kind of a noise that the microphone picks up very easily. Here's an example. As you can hear, this noise ruins the entire recording and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't even plug in an external microphone, so you just kinda have to deal with it. This fact is a very big downside to this camera and a lot of people would be very unsatisfied with it, but do note that the noise doesn't come up all the time, it just pops up every once in a while, and still that's enough to ruin your recording, especially if you're capturing something precious. This is something Samsung really needs to work on. Perhaps this is some kind of a failure with a specific camera that I have, but anyway, it was really bad. I did use this camera to shoot some of my early video reviews, and the reason why you didn't hear any of the noise is because I shot the audio and the video separately. So the video came in with the noisy sound and the audio came in clean through a condenser microphone. A good thing about this camera is that it's very inexpensive. In fact, it's one of the cheapest HD video cameras that you can find, and if you're just starting making some videos, I would recommend this for you if you will be using an external microphone. And like I mentioned, the camera does not have support for external microphones, so you'll have to record your audio through your computer or some kind of an external recording device. But if you're looking for a camera to shoot some precious family moments or anything like that, I would have to recommend you to save up some money and go for another camera, because that noise that it gives away will ruin your shot. But again, like I mentioned, this could be a problem with this specific model only, so do some research and see what other people think of it. This has been my review of the Samsung HMX-H205 digital video camera. For further information on specifications, etc., check the links in the video description box. Feel free to leave a comment below and give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to help supporting the channel.